These are the stories of the Arizona men who served with conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity above and beyond the call of duty. 8 Arizonans who fought across the trench-lined battlefields of Europe from July 15 through September 13, 1918, were decorated with the Distinguished Service Cross. Private Frank C. Maury of Winslow was the only one of these courageous men to be killed in combat during that time period. Private Maury was called upon to deliver an important military dispatch to the front line. While attempting to get through the heavy shell and machine gun fire, this gallant soldier was killed in action near Forêt-de-Vanchères, France, on September 13, 1918. One of the most decorated of these distinguished Arizonans was Captain George T. Fleet. Fleet was first wounded in action October 17, 1917. Over the next 9 months, he was wounded in combat 7 times, gassed twice, and received several battlefield commissions, rising to the rank of captain. Captain Fleet, on July 21, 1918, showing absolute disregard for his own life, crossed a battlefield with vital information on enemy strength and positions, saving thousands of American and French lives. 3 Arizonans, Lieutenant Joseph F. Swift, Lieutenant James S. Higley, and Captain Edward J. Mitchell, served with the 91st Division during the savage fighting of the Meuse-Argonne offensive. All 3 distinguished themselves on the same battlefield across a 2-day period. Lieutenant Joseph F. Swift of Safford, on September 27, 1918, armed only with a pistol, advanced on a German machine gun nest, killing 4 German soldiers. On September 29th, while making an attempt to capture another German machine gun emplacement, he was killed by enemy sniper fire. Lieutenant James S. Higley from Phoenix, over a 2-day period beginning September 26th, fearlessly led his platoon through sustained enemy fire, capturing multiple enemy positions along the way. While leading his platoon against entrenched German positions, Lieutenant Higley was killed in combat on September 27, 1918. Captain Edward J. Mitchell of Prescott, while leading his troops across the battlefield, encountered and captured 3 German field guns, 6 officers, and over 425 German soldiers. Captain Edward J. Mitchell, for displaying the highest bravery, courage, and extraordinary leadership on the battlefield, was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross. October 1918 was a deadly month for Arizonans. Private Louis Comina from Chrysotile, Arizona, Private Hugh K. Gale of Franklin, and U.S. Navy apprentice First Class Eugene H. Tinley of Wilcox all died on October 4, 1918, while displaying the highest levels of bravery and conspicuous gallantry. The last Arizonan to die in the blood-stained month of October was Lieutenant Morgan B. McDermott of Tucson. On a reconnaissance mission, he found himself behind enemy lines with a wounded comrade, and while rendering aid, was wounded himself. Taken from the battlefield to a French field hospital, he died 9 days later, on October 29, 1918. 7 days before the armistice, 3 Arizonans, all fighting on the same battlefield, all members of the 89th Division, were recognized for their courage and heroism under fire. Corporal George C. Hollis of Ajo, Private Richard E. King of Tucson, and Sergeant Elgin J. Moore of Winslow. All were awarded the Distinguished Service Cross. Colonel Charles A. Dravo of Fort McDowell, Arizona, led a frontline battalion in an attack on a heavily reinforced German position. The battle lasted for more than 29 hours. Colonel Dravo labored without rest or relief, finally overwhelming the enemy after vicious hand-to-hand combat. He was the last Arizonan to be honored and awarded the Distinguished Service Cross in World War I. 27 Arizonans, for their selflessness, leadership, and courageous acts of heroism on the battlefields of France, were recognized and honored with the Distinguished Service Cross. The American Legion, Department of Arizona, remembering the heroes of the past, encouraging the heroes of the future, helping veterans for 100 years. Honor, duty, country. The American Legion, Department of Arizona, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the American Legion.